Are we punching tickets to the World Series tonight? Let's find out together. It's MLB 11 the show here on youtube.com/Shaunosaurus Of the CSs, we have a possible 6 games remaining. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream all 6 of them tonight, but we'll see what happens. The schedule does get a little bit funky after the Pirates-Phillies game, where we'd get a double batch of Angels-Yankees games 6 and 7 if necessary, and there'd be a double batch of Pirates-Phillies games 6, which is necessary, and then 7 if necessary. But let's jump in and see if we can punch some tickets to the World Series tonight. Thank you for joining me. Yankees lead this first series 3-1, so we're going to just jump right into it. We'll be done Saturday, regardless. It's Gavin Floyd taking on Zach Miner, both 1-0. Yankees lead this series 3-1, so the Angels on the verge of elimination. And then we have a guaranteed 6-game series in the Phillies and the Pirates. I don't know, man. That series has been rough. Because both of the teams have been good as far as throughout the season. The Phillies have probably the best record of the MLB. I don't even think that's really a question. And then you have a Pirates team that's been consistent at the very least, and then neither of the teams are doing anything, and it's just very It's very confusing. Yankees and Angels here, 46-36 for the Yankees, 43-39. Angels not as far off the Yankees as I would have thought, and the Mariners I think were actually a little better than them. I think it's going to be your standard Yankees lineup. Scott Pasednik in left, Marlon Byrd in center, Prince Fielder at first, Hank Blaylock the DH, Miguel Tejada is the shortstop, Cody Ross in right, Brandon Phillips at second, Casey Blake at third, Giovanni Soto at the catching position. They run this lineup out lefty, righty. It does not matter what the opposing pitcher is handed-wise. They are just saying, here is our lineup, and there you go. I think Prince Fielder got a walk-off home run against a left-handed pitcher, so who am I to judge? Who am I to Aaron judge? Boom, Yankees reference. Gavin Floyd 1-0 with a 3 ERA. 1 game, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. As we flip over to check the WBC just real quick. Scott Pasednik is going to lead off. What do we have? Oh, Italy is up 7-0 in the bottom of the 7th. So it might be Italy and the U.S. moving on. It was a really weird game yesterday. That is in for a strike. Italy with a monumental upset of the United States, a team that looked like they didn't know what they were playing for because the manager said they had already punched their ticket to the next round, which was not true. Whole weird scenario, but they might get bailed out. The wind and the pitch is outside for a ball. Might get bailed out with a dominant Italian performance tonight. Welcome on into baseball. We are 50-ish, 51 hours away or so from... no, we're not. We're less than that. We're so much less than that. That's hit right to the second baseman, caught on the fly, and there's one gone. We are 27 hours away. I apologize, folks. We are 27 hours away from MLB The Show 26. Woo-hoo. Get excited. Saturday we'll have the World Series of MLB 11 The Show. And then we will firmly be inside MLB The Show 26 until November. October, November. I forget exactly when the season ended last year because I did it differently this year than I have in previous years. That one almost got him. Instead, it's just inside for a ball. 1-0. That one sails upstairs for a ball. 2-0. Depending on how this goes, I might do one more video in the show 25. Since that is low. Somebody was suggesting that I go do the now and later, what's it called? The now and later program, which doesn't look like it's too difficult. So I should be able to get that done. It's always, I went and looked at the challenges, which is all it is a bunch of challenges as we see a walk. Most of them pretty easy. I struggle with the home run hitting challenges. It's kind of weird. But you know what? It's also true. Prince Fielder, batting .385, a home run, 5 RBI. 1 on, 1 out. Nice walk by the righty there. That is low for a ball. I should get a... Here, let's look at the... I was checking on it the other day. But I wanted to see the achievements and the trophies. But they were not live yet. So let's go to PSN profiles. 1 and 1, 1 on, 1 out. We might not get them, as that's a kind of a nice strike right over the heart of the plate. Kind of a so bad it's good pitch. Might not get them until Friday. It is kind of weird how those trophy lists pop. That is grounded to the second baseman. Flips to second for 1. Over to first in time for out number 3. The double play ends the inning. Cowboy card. But it also is kind of interesting because sometimes you can find Cameron Maben is the center fielder. PHN trophies. I think they upload on some other sites at other times. Maybe not. Exo Phase, do you have them? Total trophies 26. Okay, we'll take a look at those. Cameron Maben is the center fielder. He'll be leading off, followed by Casey McGee at third base. Adrian Gonzalez at first. Jim Tomei the DH. Ryan Ludwig in left. John Buck at catcher. Ben Zobrist in right. Felipe Lopez is the shortstop. And Ryan Roberts at second base. And I think it's going to be the right-handed starter because they will take a lefty out of the lineup. Zach Biner is 1-0 with no ERA. 1 game, 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, no walks, 1 strikeouts. As we take a peek here at the trophies. Achieve a golden inning mini game within Road to the Show. Complete the 4 Negro League storylines. Goat mode. Get a hit or strikeout while playing on Goat difficulty. That'll be easy. After entering an inning when losing, get 7 hits during that same inning. Whoa. That's in for a strike. Rob a home run. Number 1 in your heart. Get drafted as the number 1 overall pick in the MLB draft. Whoa. Those are all gold trophies. And that'll be rolled over toward the third baseman. Does Maben have the speed? It's picked and thrown. 1 smooth motion. Just a clean, bare hand throw. Now onto the silver trophies. Down low too slow. Use a swim move to avoid a tag while sliding into a base. Defensive run saved. Throw a player out at home plate. Okay. Register a 2-6 out during a game. All right. Horses in the pen. Set an opening pitcher for a bullpen game in franchise. Okay, we can go out of our way for that one. That's easy. The wind and the pitch is going to be hit right over to the third baseman. They're keeping him busy today. Whipped across the diamond, and that is an out. While playing Diamond Quest, buy 2 packs from Coach's Cart on a single map. Okay, a specific trophy for Diamond Quest. Nice. Buy 2 perks from a Coach's Cart. I said perks, right? And I say perks or packs. Perks is what I meant to say. That is hit. Foul. After entering an inning when losing, get 5 hits during that same inning. So there's 2 trophies that are kind of like stackable. Score a run with a pinch runner that has 26 speed or lower. So they're really into the number 26 this year, which is kind of weird. The wind and the pitch is upstairs. So I guess you could get a pinch runner on third with like 1 out and hope that you can get a tag up. Successfully complete a Diamond Quest map run. Road to the Show, equip a piece of equipment in every slot. That is hit. Third baseman is just doing everything today for the Yankees. Oh my goodness. And that is barely an out. We might take a look at a replay on that one because it is close. No replay review. That wouldn't be implemented for about 1,000,000 years in baseball time. Blaylock, Tejada, and Ross coming up. Let's take a quick look at the replay. I'm pretty sure he was out. It's a great play. Third baseman over here. doing the Lord's work today. That's just going to come across to fielder. Okay, the controller. Stop. Every bit of this controller has stick drift. He's out. Stop moving the camera. Oh my goodness. I needed a new PlayStation 2. He's out. He's out. These sticks. These sticks. I wonder how easy that would be to repair. This could be a 3-hour stream if all games are played to 3 innings. It could be. I could also not sleep tonight before work. I'm just kidding. I will take care of myself. That's low and inside, but does get the strike. As we are taking a look at the MLB The Show 26 trophy list. In row to the show, have 50 show tokens in your inventory at once. That wraps up the silver trophies. I like that there's a little bit of a spread. I like that there's some stuff specifically for Diamond Quest, and they're not too hard. Baseball is better together, so now we're in the bronze. The wind and the pitch is swung on and missed. So there's a bronze for playing an online or couch co-op game. There is a get a hit or strike out any former MLB The Show cover athlete. It's an interesting bronze trophy, as that is strike number 3. After entering an inning when losing, get 3 hits during that same inning. So there's a 3, 5, and 7. You could get a bronze, silver, and a gold trophy if you enter a game while losing, or enter an inning and then get 3, 5, or 7 hits. The righty is ready, and that is strike at the knees. In row to the shows, choose to go to college and come out with a higher draft stock than before. Okay. Strike out without swinging. I'm sure we'll get there. Strike out without swinging the bat during an at-bat. Catch 5 fly balls in a single game. As a batter, draw a walk. Play in a user-created stadium. And take your first swing in MLB The Show 26. That is the number one. I think I like the trophy. I like the trophy list. I'm sure that the platinum is going to be very easy. The trickiest one's probably going to be that number 1 overall. But I'm guessing with enough skill, you'd be able to do it. And I'm curious how the strikeout or get a hit with a former show cover athlete, how lenient that's going to be across all modes, because they have the choice pack that you're going to get that has Ken Griffey Jr. He was on the show 17. If I get a hit with him, is that going to count for the trophy? We'll find out on Friday. Because you would have, let's see, David Ortiz. Now we don't need to list off all of them. Andrew McCutcheon, Ken Griffey Jr., Shohei Ohtani. Paul Skeens. Oh, and you get all 3 of those guys. Paul Skeens, Ellie De La Cruz, and Gunnar Henderson. He the shortstop. It's outside for a ball. I get Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman mixed up in my head. Three and 1, 2 gone to Cody Ross, who fires that up the first baseline foul. As the righty winds and fires, swung on and missed. Okay. Tomei, Ludwig, and Buck coming up for the Angels here. Home half of the second. Swung on and missed. We might have a bit of a pitcher's duel here. I don't think that's surprising considering you see the ERAs and records. One player might just have to run into something for one of these teams. Third baseman had a part in every out for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. Quickly 0-2 to Tomey. And that is lifted. That's going to be a hit. Oh, past the diving center fielder. How aggressive will they be? He's going to hit second. He's heading for third. This might be what it takes to get a run on the board. It's safe at third base. Third base has been a factor in every at-bat. Either it's an out or it's an out assisted by the third baseman or just an out by the third baseman. Or the play is at third base. Oh boy. Ryan Ludwig batting 167. He has 1 RBI. This would be a heck of a time to double that total. Oh, by the way, I should mention there is a wind advisory. We're supposed to be getting pretty powerful gusts, so we don't, knock on wood, we've only lost power once. So if the stream just goes down for whatever reason, I will make sure to save after every game. That is going to be hit. Oh, right to the, guess what? Third baseman. I can't believe it. The Angels have 4 outs. The third baseman has been involved in literally all 4 outs. I did forget to put a poll in the chat, but that's okay. That's low for a ball. But if the stream does go down, it will likely be down for the night. And I'll just figure it out. It'll all work out. I just swung on and missed. I didn't really want to put that out into the world, but at the same time, which means I have a charger. I was going to say, well, I should charge my phone, which, yes, I should, but I also have portable charge packs, so. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ooh, he's going to keep it in front of him. Ooh. Okay, so the runner is safe. 2-2, 1 gone. A leadoff triple for the Angels puts them in a great opportunity, a great position to pick up a run here. Full count. The righty is ready. Lines and fires. Swung on and missed. Oh, Los Angeles, Los Angeles. God, to have a runner at third with nobody out. Ben Zobrist, you're our only hope. Wind and the pitch is low for a ball. As the righty stands. That is cracked out into left field. Okay, the Angels come up with the hit that they need. It's going to be an RBI, 2-out double, stand-up double. Felipe Lopez, averaging .667. He has 3 RBIs, no home runs. Can they keep this inning going? A little insurance could go a long way. It's a ball low. 1-0. This is a series that has been particularly explosive in the third inning, which is our final inning. With a lot of runs scored in that third inning. That's low for a ball. 2-0. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is going to be rolled over. First baseman comes up with it. The underhand toss to the pitcher covering, and that will do it. So the leadoff triple does come up with a run. Come to fruition, whatever. Phillips, Blake, and Soto, last chance for the Yankees, who have been held hitless to this point in the game. It's 1-0 Los Angeles, looking to stay alive here. A win by the Angels forces a Game 6, which means we'll head to Pittsburgh after this, and then we will head up to New York for Game 6. And that's inside, I should say, for a ball. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and it is low. Okay. I didn't really want to bring up the 0-hit thing, and I probably shouldn't have, because now it seems like they're really struggling. My bad. Okay, there you go. Throw a strike. There we go. Thank you. That helps me feel less like it was a jinx. 2-1. And that is going to be lifted. Foul territory. Does he have enough room to work with? Right by the wall, and it stays in play. One gone for the Yankees here in the top of the third. Casey Blake's batting .600. He has knocked in 3 runs. No homers, no stolen bases. Working with 1 out. Line of the pitch from the righty is, that's a strike at the letters, all right. Thought that was maybe a little bit high, but I'll give him the strike. To this point, my theory has come true. Both of these pitchers have good records and ERAs so far in this postseason. It was going to be just one guy kind of running into something, as that gets right through the legs into center for a single. So there's the Yankees' first hit of the game. Oops. I've lost track of who I've jinxed. Giovanni Soto steps up, the righty. Looking to do some damage here with just 1 out. Down just a run. And that's outside for a ball. 1-0. And that's upstairs for a ball. Two and oh. Find something in the zone. There you go. Probably just got the outs or the inside edge, but that works. That's a strike. That's what you're looking for. Can the Angels pull off a reverse Red Sox? That's foul. Ever so slightly foul. Oh, man. I don't think it scores a run, but it definitely puts them in a position to take a lead. Oh, that pitch was almost even worse. Goodness gracious. What are you doing? You are flirting with disaster with a 9-hole hitter. That is outside. Soto putting together a heck of an at-bat. Full count now. The wind, the pitch, and Soto is going to punch this one towards center. Does he have it? He does. And that will be out number 2. So it all comes down to the bat of Scott Podsednik. Can he keep the line moving? Can he swing it in his favor? Or do the Angels send it back to the Yankees? Or back to New York, I should say. 1-0. That pitch missed inside. Here's the 1-0. It is smacked. Foul ball. That ball's foul. Damn. Hear that wind. And that's fouled away. Foul! Yankees down to their final strike. That pitch is low for a ball, so we'll see another one. 2-2 the count. 2 outs. Yankees down by 1 here in the top of the third. Tying run on first. Go-ahead run at the plate. It's Scott Posednik. The righty is ready. He winds and fires and swung on and missed. The Angels are sending it back to New York. We got a 3-2 series here, folks. All it took was the 1 run. Yankees still lead. So here, I can update. Well, no, actually, I shouldn't update, just in case people are watching later. I want to put it in the description and be like, oh, we have a game 6, not if necessary. It's like, okay, well, that means that the Angels win. We don't need to do that. Gavin Floyd, your player of the game. His ERA, or excuse me, he pitched 3 innings, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts on the day. He has 5 total strikeouts this postseason. Gavin Floyd, he gets the win. Zach Miner gets the loss. He falls to 1-1. Floyd, 2-0. It was a triple and a double, and that was all the Angels needed, and that was all they got. So we will head to the East Coast now. I guess the good news about all of that is the game was pretty short. Extra short, especially considering the fact that one of the times we were watching the Angels and the Royals, it was a game that was over an hour long. Gross. All right, view today's games. Actually, here. We will, just because of the weather. I know this slows things down a touch, but I don't want to lose that much data. We will pop a save here. Next series is tied 2-2 between the Phillies and the Pirates. Neither team has looked particularly good in that series. I think maybe the Phillies are the more surprising team that's looked bad. And that is where we are heading next. Yankees just 1 win away. They can wrap it up in Game 6 at home. That'll be coming up next. This series between the Phillies and the Pirates, it's going back to Philadelphia regardless. We'll grab a thumbnail real quick. And hopefully it doesn't break everything. Welcome to PNC Park for the 3rd and final game of this NLCS at this stadium. That was a very, very, very dumb way to phrase it. Save this as that. We'll get you a poll in the chat as we take a look at this Phillies lineup. Who wins? PHI, PIT. Let me know in the YouTube chat if you would like. Shin-Soo Choo, the right fielder, will be leading off for these Philadelphia Phillies, followed by shortstop Ramiro Pena, first baseman Justin Morneau, left fielder Johnny Gomes, catcher Jorge Posada, center fielder Andres Torres, second baseman Ronnie Belliard, DH Casey Kochman, and third baseman Brandon Inge. They have that tricky lineup that we keep talking about. It is 3 switch hitters, 3 right-handed hitters, 3 left-handed hitters. Daisuke Matsuzuka, 1-0 with a no ERA. We're all out of sorts here. Trying to read and do the thumbnails and do all of that. 1 game, 3 innings pitched, 3-2-4 hits, walks, and strikeouts for the Pirates starting pitcher. Welcome on in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me this Wednesday evening. A little over 26 hours. Swung on and missed. We are underway. 26 hours and change to MLB The Show 26. I'm very excited about it. All-day stream Friday. Starting in the morning. 0-1. And 0-2. Nice pitch in there. I have a feeling this will be this series that goes 7. And not just because it's 2-2, but just these teams feel like they are playing at the same level. And that's not necessarily a compliment. The Pirates specifically, as we see a strikeout of Shin-Soo Choo, the Pirates specifically have left so many runners on base. Philly got kind of lucky with a 1-0 win at home. It was a solo shot home run. That was it. But the Pirates left the bases loaded. They left a ton of runners on in that Game 2 loss. They left a bunch of runners on the Game 3 loss. Woohoo, tomorrow night is going to be grand. I agree. Counting down the seconds. Cool thing is, I don't know how the PlayStation, I don't remember why, I don't know that I have pre-ordered a game on PlayStation 5 that I've been this excited about. I remember on PS4 it would have a countdown that you would like try to click into it and be like, it's available in, and it would count down like the seconds so you'd be able to watch it expire. Just kind of cool, as that is lifted into right field. It's going to be a hit, kind of a generous bounce in for the Phillies. The throw, a little offline, safe at second. So a double for the Phillies. Justin Morneau. My game is downloading an 8 GB update for it right now. All right. Day 1 patches, baby. Modern gaming. Everybody loves it. Live service microtransactions and patches. Fly out to right field. Let's see how aggressive they want to be with the runner on second. He will tag the right fielder. Oof, boy, that was way off. Just kidding, it was an out. I'm an idiot. I'm a dummy. It's a double play and it ends the inning. Oh my goodness. There was something about the way that the ball looked like it came out of the hand in that animation that made it seem like it was going to sail and be a problem, but instead, not terrible. In fact, it was an out. Nick Markakis is in right field. He'll lead off for the Pittsburgh Pirates, followed by Nick Johnson at first base. Robinson Cano at second. Jose Bautista at third. Seth Smith is the DH. Alfonso Soriano is in left. Miguel Olivo behind the dish. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick at the center field position. And Ryan Theriot, the shortstop. Just turned on my PS5 to see the notification. How big is the file? Because I have not downloaded it yet. Ryan Theriot. But that was mainly because I was going to do one last video in the show 25 and then basically delete that and then download the show 26. Carlos Silva, 1-0 with a 6 ERA. 1 game, 3 innings. He has some hits, walks, and strikeouts. I'm all out of sorts because a lot of the guys have had zeros for so long. 3 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Pittsburgh so far the pick in the poll. You can still vote in over on YouTube. The righty is ready, winds and fires, and that is foul. Oh, and 1 to Markakis. The wind of the pitch is fouled away. Looks like that was going to be a little low in the zone, but got the bat on it and fouled off. 87.31. Okay. Well, I'm just glad it's not over 100 at the moment, because that is a single. That's not over 100 yet. Should have room on my PS5. Thank you for that information. I appreciate it. kicking up again. Got a windy day here in the inland northwest. Low for a ball. Nick Johnson stepping up to the plate. Nice leadoff single by Nick Markakis. They're going to put him in motion. It's a swing on and missed. He's going to be safe down at second base. Phillies pitcher's done that in both at-bats now where he starts and... Oh, they're actually not going to call that a swing. I apologize. It's a 1-1 count. And he started kind of in that mid-inside. And then he goes specifically low out of the zone. And both Nicks, Markakis and Johnson, have at least thought about it. 1-2, runner on second with nobody out. That is foul up the first base side. Wow. That was close. Pitch is low. Here comes the 2-2. Johnson swings at it and misses a pitch high at the letters. It'll be Robinson Cano's turn. He's batting .500. Does have a home run. Episode number 104 might have been the one that does it. Did it. Actually, it's workday 3 on this daylight savings thing. It's just like, ugh, God, my little brain. My dumb little brain that already can't handle that much in the first place. Cano takes a strike and then punches it past the second baseman. That's into right field. The runner, Markakis, is going to hit third and head for home. It's cut off as he slides safely for the run. Batista steps up. He's batting an incredible .800. My goodness. And that is where things get weird in this series. They have multiple hitters that are hitting so well in this Pittsburgh lineup, and they have had so many runners on, so much traffic on the base paths, and they just are not bringing it across consistently. But they do get out to an early lead. Markakis with that leadoff single and a stolen base comes around to score with just one gone. It's a strike, followed by a ball. 1-1 count now. The wind and the pitch, and that's foul. Third base side. Here comes the 1-2. That is past the diving third baseman. It'll advance the lead runner to second. Phillies defense letting him down just a touch. Seth Smith steps up. I mean, the Phillies, I guess, maybe that's a harsh thing to say. It's kind of just the game letting the Phillies down right now. Seth Smith lasers that into left. He's going to stay at third. This has to be the fourth time that the Pirates have had the bases loaded in this series. And they have come up with, I want to say, 0 runs out of it. Alfonso Soriano doesn't have a hit. He has an average of 0. They have Alfonso Soriano with a 0 and Jose Batista batting .800. And I think his went up because he got another hit in this series. Now, come on, Soriano. Let's see you get a postseason hit. That's in for a strike. I kind of like it to take on the inside. That is the side of the zone that does tend to be the more unpredictable as far as if it's going to be a ball or a strike. And Soriano skies it. Skies it to the third baseman. Oh my goodness. Miguel Olivo batting .500. Bases loaded, 2 gone. Go Mariners. Here's the wind of the pitch. It's inside for a ball. Pitcher readies and fires. Olivo is going to punch that out to left. It just so much air under it. They have the bases loaded with 1 out and come up with nothing. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. Gomes, Posada, and Torres coming up for the Phillies. Hey, that throw from the right fielder, who is it Markakis? It's Nick Markakis, right? So Markakis makes the throw that saves, puts it into the inning for the Phillies, then immediately comes up in the bottom half of the first inning, hit, steal, run. Incredible throw out at third. Okay, Markakis got to be your player of the game. I know this game, and most people probably don't like those defensive stats or whatever, as evidenced by the fact that Cal Raleigh did not win MVP, but Markakis has got to be the player of the game. Granted, it was just the first inning. I understand that that's a wee bit dramatic. I get that. But sometimes it's fun to be dramatic, okay? Oh, and 2. That is swung on and missed. That got him. Absolutely got him. So 1 out after the strikeout brings up Jorge Posada. Batting .364. He has a home run, 3 RBI this postseason. That is in for a strike. That's outside. I can't believe we get poop games to decide the winner of the National League. 1-1. Ready is ready. He'll wind and fire, and that is going to be lifted out to right field. Will the stadium hold it? He's looking. It is off the tip top of the wall. He's going to hit second and head for third. It'll be a triple. Boy, that's a home run in how many other stadiums? Just not here in Pittsburgh. Maybe not. I'm not sure how tall the wall is in Baltimore, but it is a middle finger height. The righty to the plate. So he gives up the triple. After the strikeout. Still a good opportunity for Pittsburgh to get out of this. Going to be interesting to see how aggressive the teams are going to home. Swung on and missed. A strikeout would be the pitcher's best friend. Does not get a swing there. That pitch is low for a ball. Two and one. The righty winds and fires. Fouled away. That ball. That ball's foul. 2-2. Oh, just misses on the outside. Fills the count at 3-2. A walk, not the worst thing in the world, does set up the double play. That always goes back to the point that this game is not very good at executing the double play. Here's the payoff pitch. And it is a foul ball. First base side. Three and two. Ooh, that's lifted. That might be it. That might have gotten all of it, and he did! It's a 2-run Phillies home run. One swing, 2 runs, and the Phillies are on top again. The Pirates have the bases loaded, and they come up with nothing. That is in for a strike. 0-1. Pittsburgh, I think, regardless of the rest of this World Series, or playoff run, I think they would be maybe the most irritating team to watch. Because they've been able to knock out hits consistently as that is going to get into the corner. It'll be a double. They've been able to get hits with such regularity, but they struggle in the big spots. 2-run home run makes it 2-1. And a double puts a runner in scoring position. After the 8 gigabyte update, it's now 89.74. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that information. Casey Kochman, 444 average, an RBI. Just one gone. And that's inside for a ball. Wind and the pitch is upstairs. Gets the strike. Okay. Wasn't sure if that was going to be a ball or not, but and that'll be rolled over. Second baseman comes up with it, scoops it cleanly, which is important. That'll be the first in time for out number 2. Brandon Inge, batting .222, no home runs, 1 RBI. And he gets a strike kind of on a pitch that's so bad it's good, but does pick up the strike on that inside corner, 0-1. Runner on third base, so it won't take much to get a third run in here. And swung on and missed, 0-2. That missed way outside. I don't know what your plan was, but it was a bad plan. He did get one of the Phillies righties out kind of on a similar pitch. I think that one was a little too far outside, but looks in, readies, winds, fires. Ooh, boy. That ball's foul. Playing a dangerous game with some of those big curveballs that he's throwing up there. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. And that's way upstairs. Did he go? No. So it's another full count. It's been a long inning for the starting pitcher for the Pirates. Already giving up a 2-run home run on a payoff pitch. And that's fouled away. Do it again. And fouled away again. So we'll do it again. Righty looks in. And, oh boy, just kind of lost his patience on that one. That was a very weird swing to see after such a long at-bat, but Phillies knock out some hits. They score 2 runs thanks to the 2-run home run. Young, Terrio, and Markakis coming up for the Pirates, looking to strike back in the home half of the second. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick will lead things off, followed by Terrio and Nick Markakis. Markakis has the run for Pittsburgh after making an incredible throw from right field. Here's the wind of the pitch. It's upstairs for a ball. One and oh. Righty readies, winds, fires inside for a ball. Two and oh. That's a good take. That's a good take. Pitchers have been a little more aggressive today, it seems, on those 2-0 counts. They really wanted to throw those fastballs for a strike. 3-0. It's got to be hands-off controller here. Oh, it's going to be off the hand. It's another 3-0 hit. And we've seen a few of them here during this postseason. It's usually hands-off controller. I think especially in this scenario, down 1, but able to get enough of it. It's a nice effort by the second baseman, but he can't come up with a play. So that'll put the leadoff runner on first base. And that's almost a bad pitch. Catcher does a good job to adjust to it and grab it before it gets too wild. 1 and oh. And that'll be lifted into center field. How aggressive are they with the lead runner? They will throw it all the way to third. The cutoff is the difference. Wow. Okay. Tying run at third. Go ahead, run at first, and it's it was Ryan Terrio, I apologize, was the last batter. Nick Markakis is up now. I should know that because, well, A, the game told me, and B, more importantly, Markakis a lefty. Ryan Terrio a righty. That's outside for a ball. Runner on third with nobody out. Markakis fouls that one off. One and two to Markakis. The wind and the pitch. Markakis swings and misses, strikes him out. Oh, boy. If the Pirates falter with yet another runner at third base in this game, I think you'd kind of look at him and go, like, they might not deserve to win. What can Nick Johnson do here? The wind and the pitch is in for a strike. Oh, and one. Runners on the corners. 2-1 Philly leads. They are putting a runner in motion down to second. He is safe. That eliminates the double play and puts him in scoring position, so nice job by Terrio. It is 0-2 to the lefty, Nick Johnson, who pushes that up the foul, first base side foul. fouled away. Kind of just stays alive on that swing, gets a piece of it. Not that he was exactly going to be called out on strikes by the umpire looking, but I just don't think you can take that chance. We'll take a ball there. Here's the wind and the pitch from the righty. It is hit out towards right field. They're jogging in. It's a 3-run home run. The Pirates are back in front. Nick Johnson with a monster shot over the Roberto Clemente wall. Oh, man. See, these are the kinds of games that you're looking for between two of the better teams in the league. Instead, it's just been offensive ineptitude for the better part of 4 games. Pirates swing back and they lead 4-2. Bringing up Robinson Cano. The wind and the pitch. He is inside for a ball. Good take by Cano. 1-0. And that's on the outside edge. Gets the strike called. 1-1. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is low and outside. 2-1. Cano has not taken the bat off his shoulder just yet. And that one's going to stay out high and outside. 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. And that's going to be lifted into left field. It's going to be a double. It's on a roll all the way to the 325 marker in left field. Or I guess all the way to the wall may be a better way to say it. Good arm from the left fielder out there for the Phillies. Looking for a little insurance. Jose Bautista, he's now batting .818. 1 for 1 with a single. Gets a strike on the outside edge. 0-1. There's the righty's next pitch. Bautista chases a little bit. Fouls that one up the first base line. That is a solid crack in the bat, but drifts it foul. 1-2. 0-2, excuse me. 1 out. That's where I had that one from. Yeah, Bautista in a kind of an auto swing mode here. He threw the first pitch for a strike, and then it's just been swing, 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 swing. From the tables of My Heart Is Crushed by a Former Love. That pitch misses low for a ball. One and two. That is, oh my goodness. Jose Bautista. Holy moly. This is the Pittsburgh offense we've been talking about throughout this postseason. We have seen them be explosive at times. They have come up with 5 runs, 2 homers. And the Phillies are leaving this pitcher in. Going back to Philadelphia for Game 6 after we watched Game 6 of the Yankees-Angels. But it is now a 6-2 game here in Pittsburgh. That's outside for a ball. Still just one out. This pitcher's got to dial it in and do it quick. Honestly, they kind of already needed him to do that, and he was not able to. Three and oh. At this point, you know what? I don't care. You're up by 4. Do whatever. And he'll roll this to first base. Tosses to the pitcher covering, and that is an out. Okay, I don't love it. They will go to the bullpen now. They'll bring in a righty. It'll be Brian Sanchez. Zeros. Nothing. They apparently didn't use him at all. Alfonso Soriano, buddy, you got to come up with a hit. You're surrounded by dudes hitting like 818 and 500, and here you are with a goose egg. And he's had 2 awful outs today. That one will mercifully end the inning. They bring in the relief pitcher. He throws 1 pitch. It is 1 hit, and it's an out in foul territory. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out, whatever. Shin-Soo Choo. As we get back to the top of the order, he'll be leading things off for the Phillies, down by 4 here in the top of the 3rd. Wow. The wind of the pitch from the righty. Kind of a dangerous pitch, but Chu does a nice job to take that for a strike. Let him throw you a strike. Now go to work. The wind and the pitch is inside for a ball. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. The righty is ready. Winds, fires. Low for a ball. Got to be more aggressive here. You have a 4-run lead. A solo home run from Shin-Soo Choo is not a problem. Good patient at bat, though, as that is smacked but driven. Ball. Wow, that hit a lot more distance on it than I realized. I think that hit out there in the bleachers, the right field bleachers. Almost sounded like I was getting choked up about that. The right field bleachers. A step on the bag. There is 1 gone here for Pittsburgh. Top of the 3rd. Romero Pena, 1 for 1 with a double. His playoff average, .83. The righty winds and fires. It is outside for a ball. One and out. Here's the wind in the pitch. That is swung on and missed. 1-1. The righty ready. His windup's a little long, so it throws off my timing. As the first baseman's going to scoop it up, step on the bag, and there is out number 2. Justin Morneau. Last chance here for the Phillies in Game 5. We were heading back regardless, but I think Phillies would have liked to have that 3-2 advantage. The righty winds and fires. That's low for a ball. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is hit into left field, but the left fielder comes up with it, and the Pittsburgh Pirates win 6-2. They take a 3-2 series lead heading into Game 6 in Philadelphia. We will find out if they can pull off, they can punch their ticket to the World Series. We'll find out in just a little bit. We're going to head to New York. Yankees Angels coming up next. A huge bottom of the second inning for the Pirates. 2 home runs, a 3-run blast from Nick Johnson. And then Jose Bautista, the player of the game, 2 for 2. He had a 2-run home run. He's now batting .833 this postseason. Daisuke Matsuzaka? He is 2-0. Carlos Silva, 1-1. Torres is third. Johnson and Batista's first of the postseason. 6 runs on 9 hits. Nice. 2 runs on just 4 hits. What a strike back inning for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I thought after the Phillies scored the 2 in the top of the second, I thought it was going to go Phillies the rest of the way. Because Pittsburgh has just been so bad in this. Congratulations if you picked Pittsburgh, by the way. You were correct. Yankees Angels is up next. It's Game 6 of this series. If the Angels win and force Game 7, it'll be right back to this series for Game 7. And then we will have Game 6 and Game 7 of the Phillies and the Pirates. We'll see what they can do here. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll throw in a poll. Congratulations to those of you who correctly picked it last time. Who wins? La or NYY? Let me know. Poll is started. Well, I grab a quick thumbnail here. I like this other shot just a little bit more. So we'll grab that, flip that back to there. And without breaking everything, tell you the Cameron Maben's going to be leading off for these Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I think they were not going by that at this point. Anyway, CS 3.3. Cameron Maben is the center fielder. Casey McGee is the third baseman. First baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. Jim Thome, the designated hitter. Ryan Ludwig is out in left field. John Buck at catcher. Ben Zobrist in right. Felipe Lopez the shortstop. And Ryan Roberts is the second baseman. Jeff Weaver is 0-2 with a 16.2 ERA. 2 games, 5 innings, 12 hits, no walks, 2 strikeouts. He has had a bad postseason. We might be just staying here in New York for the next chunk of time. Can the Angels do it, though? Can they have to win everything? They got the first one 1-0. Cameron Maben batting .368. Home run, a couple RBI. That is high and inside for a ball. And that's going to be rolled over. Foul ball. 1-1. And that's 1-2. Because we're gonna fix the chair. We have 100% voting for Law. You need a win, and you throw out there the one guy who has been taken to the woodshed this postseason. Nice move, New York. Yeah, yeah. I like a Los Angeles pick here as well. 2 votes for Los Angeles. I think that's I don't want to jinx anything, but this game has no strategy. It just goes, you're the next guy up, go for it. It's like, well, what if we get a victory? Just one little victory. Maybe we throw up a guy who, you know, hasn't gotten destroyed. Thought about it. Did he go? Yes, he did. I don't think he did, but the game says he did. The check swing animation is not great in this game. That shouldn't be surprising considering how much else of this game is not great. 1-1 now, 1 out. And that is in for a strike. Not only does he have a high ERA, but he's given up so many hits. And even though he doesn't have any walks issued, it doesn't matter when you've given up 12 hits in the limited number of innings you've had and only struck out 2. That'll be lifted. Right field. Out number 2. Adrian Gonzalez stepping up. Going to work with 2 outs. As the righty is ready. And that is lifted. Went down and got it, but drives it. Foul ball. I have money on this game going to see it. Game 7. What were the closing DraftKings odds? That's rolled over. Second baseman comes up with it, throws to first in time. For the out. Pasednik, Bird, fielder. I guess I haven't introduced that line. I technically already have. This is going to be the same lineup that they always run out there. Left fielder, Scott Pasednik. Center fielder, Marlon Bird. Prince fielder at first. Hank Blaylock, the DH. Miguel Tejada at shortstop. Cody Ross in right. Brandon Phillips at second. Casey Blake at third. And Giovanni Soto is behind the dish. It really does take bets on everything. Yeah, use my code. Get a free $300 if your bet wins. Kevin Slowey, 1-0. 1 game, 3 innings. No ERA, 2 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. This, I don't want to jinx anything. But boy, do you like the Angels? You feel good about the Angels in this game. The Yankee starting pitcher having a god-awful ERA. Tons of hits given up. And then you have a pitcher who has a 0 ERA. 2 hits in 3 innings. No walks. That's scooped by the second baseman. Makes a really nice play there to make sure that the game gets started on a positive note for this Angels defense. Marlon Bird, the center fielder. That misses outside for a ball. 1-0. Righty winds and fires. That one's upstairs for a ball. That is inside. Got to find the zone here if you're this Angels starter. 3-0. I don't think it has to be a hands-off controller situation. I think you would like it in this situation because if he's going to walk you, he's going to walk you. Does get a strike right at the knees. 3-1 the count now. And he does walk it. 5-pitch walk brings up Prince Fielder. Batting .357, a home run and 5 RBI. Prince Fielder had a walk-off home run in this very stadium for Game 2. That is low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's going to... Nice block by the catcher. Even though it gets away from him, it rolls forward. No one's moving anywhere. Don't want to put a runner in scoring position, especially after you issue a walk. Keep the double play in order. It's a good job behind the dish. 2-0. And that is a strike right at the letters. Thought it was maybe a touch high, but he calls it a strike. Two and one. Weird. How about that Team USA already? What a... Oh my gosh. What an idiot. They got bailed out, right? Swung on and missed. Like all great USA commodities, they got bailed out by somebody else. How can you not know? How can you not know? That is rolled. It's going to be picked up by the pitcher, but he's not going to have a play. He is safe at first base. Somebody was about to play the charge thing. Oh, excuse me. Then it just stopped. That'll be punched into right center field. Going to roll all the way to the wall. It'll score 1. Do they send the runner from third? They do not, or around third, I should say. The Yankees take a 1-0 lead here in Game 6. In the bottom of the first, Miguel Tejada with a .231 average. Vinny Pasquantino had 3 home runs today. He beat Mexico by himself. That's on the outside for a strike. News. Italy thumps Mexico as U.S. survives to reach WBC quarters. And that is going to be into right field. It'll score 1. They will hold the runner at third. Like coaches, managers, whatever, people say stupid crap like all the time, but like being just objectively wrong. They hadn't clinched. Cody Ross, .231 average. It's not his first go-round at managing in the WBC. He should have known better. Everyone on the coaching staff should have known. Yeah. They should have heard those quotes and been like, no, we have not clinched a spot. We need this. Cody Ross fouled it off. I can't believe no one told him. I can't believe no one... It's wild. Cody Ross is sat down on strikes. The Yankees working with runners on the corners. A 2-0 lead at the moment, I believe. Brandon Phillips is next up. .308 average. A couple of stolen bases. More stolen bases than RBIs. It is 2-0 here, Yankees in Game 6. They need just one more win to punch their ticket 2 in the World Series. Game 6 of this series, Game 6 of the other series, coming up next. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it's in for a strike. I like the take there. It's good. It's just strike one. It's not that big of a deal. You're not going to probably get a whole lot of it. It's going to be off a bad part of the bat. Let him throw you another pitch. Here's the 1-1. That top level of the zone has been called a little bit funkily. There was the one strike to fielder, but then it's been balls that look like they're right at that same level. 2-1. The wind and the pitch is lifted, driven foul. And that's fouled away. Wind and the pitch is lifted and driven. Foul. Phillips given a real tough at-bat here, working with a 2-2 count. 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 lead here for the Yankees in the bottom of the first. And that'll be rolled over. Okay, just needed the one out. I forgot there were 2 outs. I was like, he passed the double play up. They only needed 1. Settle down, Sean. Tomei, Ludwig, and Buck coming up for the Angels. It's an interesting reversal. If you told the basic facts about the first inning, a team is going to have 3 hits and score 2 runs, and then you told me that the one starting pitcher had a 16 ERA and the other starting pitcher had a 0, I would have guessed the opposite. I'd be like, oh, well, obviously the guy who had a 16 ERA is going to give up 2 runs in the first. Incorrect. It was the guy who had a 0 ERA. Ryan Ludwig batting 154. That was a quick out, by the way. I think it's a 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out. Yeah, it was. Sure was. Yeesh. Here's another pitch from the righty to a righty, and it is, oh boy. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out. There's a race to the bag. He's safe. They're calling him safe. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at that replay. The pitcher did not come over to cover. My controller has been real funky today, so I will try not to fight it too much. So we'll take a look at it from fielder's angle here. Please stop moving. Please stop moving. Here's the wind and the pitch. Yeah, he's absolutely locked up. He comes over super late, and then there's just a race to first base. And there it is. Safe instead of out. Sometimes my controller is good. Sometimes the controller is very bad. Today it is very bad. If anybody knows of a good PlayStation 2 controller to buy, I guess let me know. So 1 out. Maybe that's why he has such a bad ERA. The pitcher's bad at covering first base. That should have been an easy out number 2, excuse me. He had thrown 2 pitches. He got 2 swings, both of them grounders. Both should have been outs. The righty is outside. Two and 0. The wind and the pitch is going to be lifted but sliced. Foul. Here comes the 2-1, way outside for a ball, 3-1. The righty winds and fires, swung on and missed. Hitters love a 3-1 swing. Full count. Here's the pitch from the righty, the payoff. Strike three called, the buck on the inside corner. Oh boy. Wow, okay, that's a tough out number 2 for Los Angeles. Yankees, if we flip the angle with which we're looking at it, angle of which? If we flip how we're looking at it, though, the Yankees should be out of this inning. It's 1 extra pitch. Two extra pitches. One count. 1 on, 2 out. Tying run at the plate. Extra pitch number 3 is a horrible swing from Zobrist on a pitch way inside. And foul away. Righty is ready, winds and fires, and that is going to be rolled over. Second baseman comes in to underhand it to the first baseman. So just 5 extra pitches there. No damage done for the Angels here in the top half of the second. It'll be Yankees, Blake, Soto, and Pasednik as the lineup will flip over in the bottom of the second. 2-0 Yankees. That was a mess. That was a mess of a transition, inning transition. My bad. Two, nothing. As we are ready, the righty. It's a strike. Really needs to put a goose egg on the board. Angels offense hasn't looked great today against a pitcher who's been giving up a bunch of hits and has a huge ERA. Yankees were able to put up 2 in the first. And that is foul, first base side. Swung on and missed. Sat down on strikes, and that is 1 away for the Yankees here in the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Giovanni Soto, 364 average, 1 home run, 4 RBI. That pitch is inside for a ball. Two and 0 now. As the righty readies and fires, it is pulled. Foul. Third base side. Here's the wind of the pitch. That is upstairs for a ball. And that'll be foul. Third base side. Full count now. As the righty misses outside for a ball. He's got to come up with those pitches. They need him to come through here. Scott Pasednik's 0 for 1. Righty winds and fires. That one misses. Pasednik's going to just be nice and patient here. Just let it happen. He's having trouble finding the zone. He has just issued a walk. Perhaps the pressure getting to this Angels pitcher. Mercifully for the Angels, it's pulled foul. First base side. Sometimes you hear the crack of that bat and you see a quick camera change. You go, oh no. Here comes the 1-1. Low for a ball, 2-1. I didn't miss a call from those spam numbers, but thanks for assuming that I did. 2-1. That is foul. And low for a ball. Three and two. Payoff pitch. It is hit into left field, right to the left fielder. Makes the catch. Nicely done. One step closer to putting that goose egg up on the board and keeping your playoff hopes alive. Or giving yourself a chance. A bloop and a blast. I mean, that's all you need at this point. Marlon Bird's up next. The righty winds and fires. That one's upstairs. And that's right at that top of the zone where it's been funky. It has been really weird. That one was a strike somehow, but we've seen more balls called in that area. That's way inside. That one pretty clearly a ball. 1-1. Wind and the pitch is going to be hit over to the shortstop. He'll come up with the ball, fires over to first in time for out number 3. So that'll keep things close for the Angels. We're heading to the top of the third. Last chance for the Angels. It's the 8-9-1 hitter. Hitters, I should say. The Yankees have scored 2 runs on 3 hits. The Angels, nothing with just 1 hit. All right, to the lefty. First pitch foul. Oh, and 1. Wind in the pitch is. That's a tough break on the outside edge for a strike. 0-2. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Angels, no! Those are 2 really tough calls on the outsides of that outside edge and the outside corner of that zone. That is a strikeout for out number 1. That's inside for a ball. The batter who was just up has got to be livid at that call. I can understand, sure, hey, one of them, I get, being a strike. Sure, whatever, 50-50. Both of them? That's ridiculous. That is also ridiculous. Ball number 2. Especially in a spot like this. Game 6 of the ALCS. Yankees lead 2-0. They lead the series 3-2. It's a swing and a miss for a strike. The swing and miss makes it 2-1, 1 gone. Cameron Maben waits on deck as that is strike number 2. I think you'd like to maybe see a little more of an aggressive swing on that pitch. 2-2. The righty winds and fires, and that is rolled over. That's a foul ball. The 2-2 on the way. That is going to be rolled over. Shortstop, he bobbles it. Does he have it in time? No, he's safe at first. Oh my goodness. Cameron Maben. Hey, there's your bloop, or I guess your bobble. Wow. Was he safe? I ripped my controller. Gee, I wonder why my controller doesn't work. Stop. He's safe. Why is it so bad today? Ooh, boy. No idea where that pitch was supposed to land. 1-0. Maben. Any level of aggression on that? Oh, boy. 1-1. That one's going to get away. The runners go to advance. It's going to erase the double play. The Angels are not done yet. There is just one out. An error for the Yankees. Could that be their undoing here in Game 6? That'll be rolled. Second baseman comes up with it clean. Runner advances to third. Not that that really matters. It's just one run. Casey McGee, no home runs. .235 average. Last chance for the Angels. That is almost the worst way to go out. A one pitch, one swing, out number 3? To end your season on a pitch that inside? Yeesh. That's a good take on that outside. One and one. That's outside for a ball. Two and one. Wind in the pitch is... Oh, my goodness, the way that portion of the zone has been inconsistent in this half inning to the Angels. 2-2. Final strike of the season for the Angels. The wind of the pitch from the righty, and McGee fouls it off. They'll stay alive for one more pitch at least. 2-2, 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. The wind, the pitch, and McGee strikes out. That's going to do it. The Yankees win it in 6. They're going to the World Series. The Angels couldn't get to the Yankees starter who had a 16+ ERA. Wow. I like the ball just floating there for a second. So the Yankees punched their ticket. 3 innings, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts for Jeff Weaver. I can't believe he's the player of the game, but all right. He improves to 1-2. Kevin Slowey falls to 1-1. It was a one-hit performance from this Angels offense. They get the benefit of the error that extends their season just a little bit longer, but they cannot come up with that hit or really any hits. Yankees score 2 in the first, and it is enough to propel them to the World Series. The Yankees win indeed. All right, so we will move on to the Phillies and the Pirates. We're back in Philadelphia for this one. Pittsburgh looking to wrap things up. Philadelphia looking to force a Game 7. And we'll watch both of them tonight if it goes to a Game 7. But if that Pittsburgh team that showed up yesterday in a previous game that we watched, that Pittsburgh team shows up, I don't know. I'd like them to win this. Both these teams have been frustrating for like different reasons. Philadelphia can't hit, but somehow has eked out 2 wins. The Pirates can hit, but they just keep leaving so many runners on base. It is baffling. But welcome back to Philadelphia for Game 6 of this Pirates-Phillies NLCS series. Oops, don't save that as a project. Just save it as a photo. Goodness gracious. Nick Markakis is going to lead off. He is the right fielder, followed by Nick Johnson at first. 3.4. Nick Johnson at first. Robinson Cano at second. Jose Bautista at third. Seth Smith, the DH. Alfonso Soriano is in left. Miguel Olivo is the catcher. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick is the center fielder. And Ryan Theriot, the shortstop. Oh my goodness. And then, you want this. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, Big Stream Friday. As we take a look at Roy Halladay's stats. 1-1 with a 4.5 ERA. 2 games, 6 innings, 10-4 hits, walks, and strikeouts. 10 hits, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Friday, big stream of MLB The Show 26. Saturday, we'll do the whole World Series. Nick Markakis leading off. He's averaging 400. He has a stolen base. Good for him. Oh, and I will end this poll and start another one if you'd like to participate. I know. Who wins? Pitt, Philadelphia. Markakis is getting this started loudly, but it's not going to be enough. It'll be just short of the warning track. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 out for Pittsburgh here in the top of the first. Nick Johnson has the home run, 4 RBI. 3 of them. 3 of those RBI on the 1 home run swing. It was a huge one. It gave them the lead 4-2 in that last playoff game that we watched. That is in for a strike. Oh, and 1. Halladay shaking his catcher off. Readies and fires, low for a ball. The 1-1 upstairs. Two and 1. Ready with lines and fires, and it'll be rolled to the second baseman. He'll scoop it cleanly and fire to first in time. Cano's batting .571 this postseason. Steps up with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the first, Game 6. Pittsburgh leads 3-2. Looking to punch their ticket to the World Series. That pitch misses outside for a ball. Pablo Yakelebe. And Cano fouls that one off. Weekly hit up the third base side. Makes the count 1-1. And that one's low for a ball. Two and one. And lifted. First base side did not get much of it. Stays in the air for a very long time. The first baseman finally comes down with it. And that will do it for Pittsburgh. Shin-Soo Choo will get the order started for the Philadelphia Phillies. He's in right field. Ronnie Belliard at second. Justin Morneau at first. Johnny Gomes in left. Jorge Posada behind the dish. Andres Torres, the center fielder. Brandon Inge, the third baseman. Gabe Kapler, the DH. And Nick Punto, the shortstop. So it must be a lefty pitcher for the Pirates because they've removed one of their lefties. Kapler's the DH. It is. It's Dallas Braden, 1-0. He's thrown one game, 3 innings, zeros all over the place. ERA, hits, walks. He's issued one strike, or he's thrown one strikeout. No hits, no walks. And because this person has such a good ERA and has a winning record, and they're on the road, they will lose this game. Shin-Soo Choo batting .313, 1 home run, 3 RBI on during this postseason. What did I say? What did I say? It's a leadoff double for Shin-Soo Choo. Looking forward to the new lineup logic from the CPU teams in MLB 26 franchise. Oh, good. I never watched any of those. I didn't watch many of those premieres or trailers or anything. Kind of going in blinder than I normally do. I think I did a bunch of them last year. I just didn't. That's a hit to the right fielder who comes up with it. They aren't very aggressive on the base paths, which is a little weird. I figure if you get a hit off of this pitcher who doesn't have hits given up, like he's pitched so well in this postseason. I guess it is just one game, but if you're a team like Philadelphia, I think maybe this is the better point. Philadelphia has really struggled. Sorry for the spoiler. How dare you. That's all good. Yeah, that potentially could have scored a run right there. It wasn't like it was hit super deep. Maybe Shin-Soo Choo doesn't have a ton of speed, but tagging up with a hit out to right, why not? And this is a team, the Philadelphia Phillies, that have not scored a ton of runs in this series. It feels like maybe you should be pushing your luck a little bit more just to get something on the board. 2 outs, a runner on third. And that is inside for a strike, right on that inside edge. Here's the 0-1. Foul, third base side. Oh, and 2. Foul. That's just foul. Oh my goodness. I don't know who that's better for. 0 and 2. 2 outs. Runner on third. The wind of the pitch from the lefty is fouled away. Boy, he is in an auto swing mode. I like that pitch. It's way upstairs. Here comes the wind of the pitch from the lefty. It is rolled. Oh, the third baseman just did not go for the ball. He is going to try and leg it out for two. It is a throw. What a disaster for this Pittsburgh defense. Are you kidding me? Batista doesn't even make a play at it. No dive, no nothing. He's not as far off as you might think, and then it's not a terrible throw in. What on earth happened? It's 2-out damage for Philadelphia, who hit a double and score a run. That's high and outside. And that is swung on and missed. One and one. Runner on second. That is low for a ball. So Philly comes up with a run either way. It's just a run a much weirder way. 2-2. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that is going to be hit right to the third baseman. He makes that play. Strong throw over to first in time. Philadelphia comes up with 1 on 2 hits. Batista has an opportunity to immediately make up for his decision. It's followed by Smith and Soriano. I mean, that could be a play that is a series-changing play, depending on how the rest of this game goes. I mean, if Pittsburgh comes up with nothing, maybe not. If the Phillies come up with another run or two, you know, that looks less and less of a problem. But Philly almost got themselves out of that run in the first place by not sending the runner from second to, I don't know, the whole run, like, entirely is a mess. See what Batista can do here. He takes that inside yet again. Two and oh. The righty to the righty. He fires that one inside. It's a little more, it's on that edge, so I think you can look at what Batista's doing and go, all right, just take that pitch, no problem. 2-1. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is low, ball 3. 3-1. I mean, Batista's going to want to swing at this, mainly because all of the computer wants to swing at a 3-1 pitch. Halladay winds and fires. Okay, he actually held on to it. And again, I think it's a good take. Halladay's thrown a couple of strikes on that inside edge. And Batista's not going to probably get much on it. Bad part of the bat, whatever. And he ends up working a walk. Batista, I don't know if he took his bat off the shoulder that time. So he makes up for his weird decision at third base and works a walk. Good for him. Pirates have not been particularly good in this series with runners on base. Multiple bases loaded opportunities in games where they just have not been able to come up with anything. The only game that gets the excuse is the last one because they came up with a 5-run second inning. Smith smashes that into center. Batista will hold at second. Alfonso Soriano, come on. Come on. We want to see you get a hit. We want to see you get a hit so bad. Soriano. Come on, buddy. Okay, all right. Fine. He had 2 one-pitch swings that were outs that were awful in the last game, and one of them came with runners, or with the bases loaded. 0-1. Here's the wind in the pitch, and it is... Did he go? No, I thought he did, but umpire says no. Come on, Soriano. I'll see you swing that thing. Here's the wind and the pitch from the righty. That's a nice take. If he works a walk and gets on base and loads him up, that's fine. Though this kind of has been the Pirates' problem all series long. 2-1. Okay. That makes it 2-2. Pirates have been able to get on base with at a consistent clip in this series. They have had a lot of trouble scoring runs. Here's the wind of the pitch, the 2-2. Soriano swings and misses. Oh my goodness. He does not have a hit in this postseason, and he's still in the lineup. Can we take that lineup logic from MLB 26 and cram it into this game? If batter doesn't have a hit 6 games into a series, maybe he doesn't start. But they might not have a left fielder that they like. So it'll be up to Miguel Olivo. He'll take a ball, 1-0, and then Olivo will knock this out to left field. Doesn't have enough. Did it catch a little bit of a weird spot? No, it's an out. It's an out in left field. The throw into third is solid, but not in time. Wow. That's the funky spot of this, what is it, Citizens Bank Park or whatever. That is a spot that we have seen be a home run. And it was an out. It advances the runner to third. Runner's on the corners. Halliday winds and fires. That one's outside to Crispy Young, Crispy Quick. Looking to drive the tying run in. Wind and the pitch, and it's a strike at the knees. I don't know about that one. And he'll ground it to the third baseman. Fires to first in time, and the Pirates, with nobody out and a runner on second, come up empty-handed. Yet again. Their third baseman makes the play. And that's your difference in the game right now. Andres Torres batting .364, 3 home runs, 8 RBI this playoffs. The wind and the pitch from the lefty is in for a strike. Nice location. Just a 1-0 game here in the bottom of the second. Game 6 of this series. Pittsburgh leads 3-2. But Philadelphia leads the game 1-0, looking to force game 7. That's in for a strike. And that's inside for a ball. One and two. Oh my goodness. That was an aggressive swing. Got him to go low with the zone, and that is a strikeout for out number 1. Brandon Inge batting 200, no home runs. Does have an RBI, no stolen bases. Wind in the pitch from the lefty. Gets that outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Here comes the pitch from the lefty, and he's going to roll over it. Third baseman. Hey, it's Batista. He comes up with that throw. He missed that first play, and it led to a run. It's a wild thing to think about. He's made the last couple that have come his way. And he was able to work a walk, too. Inge struck out to end the 06 World Series. Was he a Tiger at the time? That is on the inside corner. 06. Something about that says Inge. Tuck that away for later on. Okay. There's a hit up the first base line for out number 2. We'll look at the 2006 World Series. All right. Oh. St. Louis over Detroit. Okay. And apparently I've already clicked on that, so that's fun. Good for me. All right. In for a strike. Last chance here for the Pittsburgh Pirates to swing this game in their favor and punch their ticket to the World Series here in 6 games. Still one more game to go if Philadelphia can hold on for the win, force a Game 7. Wind and the... Oof, boy. The wind and the pitch just yanked it. And that is fouled away. That's a foul ball. And that is going to be lifted. There's out number 1. Nick Markakis 0 for 1. Boy, we saw we saw Pittsburgh pop off. They had a big inning in the second inning. We've seen this team be explosive offensively before on multiple occasions, and then they have faltered in every spot today, or in this game. One and 0. That is in for a strike. Wind and the pitch, and it is lifted, but foul ball. Foul up the third base line. 1 and 2. And that'll be rolled. Third baseman able to make the play. It's a skipper to the first base. Wait, I hit one hop before it got to the glove. Nick Johnson's 0 for 1. 176 playoff average. The righty winds and fires, and that's going to be a strike right at the letters. Philadelphia 1 out away from tying this series up, sending us to Game 7. That would happen in mere moments here on YouTube and Twitch. Thanks everybody for hanging out. The wind and the pitch from the righty is fouled away. Johnson had the big 3-run home run in yesterday's, in the last game that we watched. That's inside. One and two. 2 outs. The wind and the pitch. Final strike for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That will do it. That's out number 3. A misplay by Batista at third base, or maybe just a no-effort play, whatever you want to call it, leads to the lone run of the game. It's the second game Philadelphia has won at home with a score of 1-0. Again, Pittsburgh strands a bunch of base runners on with a great opportunity. They had a runner on second with nobody out. Even the Phillies' lone run was weird before that because they get him on second, they hit the ball out to right, but they don't advance him, and then they do advance him, and then I don't know. The whole thing was weird. We'll see how weird it gets in game number 7. Halladay goes 3 innings, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. He's your player of the game. He improves to 2-1. Dallas Braden falls to 1-1, and we will head our way to game number 7. We're punching a ticket, the other ticket to the World Series tonight. The World Series will be Saturday. We'll watch all of it, however far it goes. All right, so view today's games. Hold on. Just in case, let's save. Just in case. Don't do that. That'll give us just a moment. Calm ourselves, prep ourselves, ready ourselves for Game 7. We're prepped. Save slot 8. It's our home. Warning, do not remove memory card 8 MB for PlayStation 2. Alright, here we go. Game number 7. Plus, I'm always just worried that I'm going to screw everything up. Alright, hold on. View today's games. We're good. Thought I goofed that one up. Oh, thank God I saved. Phew. So it all comes down to this. Welcome to Philadelphia. Welcome to Game 7 of the World Series. We will... One of you was right, one of you was incorrect. We'll end the poll. We will start a new poll. And we'll ask who wins. P-I-T, P-H-I. Let me know. One thing I don't miss about the old games is the load times seem to get worse on the PS3. All right, we're in game number 7. I'm going to go grab a thumbnail. It really doesn't matter, but it matters to me. Bam, bam, save that. Starting lineup yet one more time for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Nick Markakis out in right. Nick Johnson at first base. Nick Robinson Cano at second. Jose Batista at third. Seth Smith at DH. Alfonso Soriano, you have another chance to get a hit in left field. Miguel Oliva, the catcher. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick in center field. And Ryan Terrio, the shortstop. We could compare the load times on PS3. I just don't like using the PS3 as a capture console, because you have to get extra equipment for it, and it's very annoying. It shouldn't be that annoying, but they had like an encrypted HDMI or whatever. Tommy Hansen's 1-1 with 11.81 ERA, 2 games, 5.1 innings pitched. He's given up 12 hits. He walked 3 batters and struck out 4. It was weird because they were actually talking about it on a podcast that I listened to, and I was like, oh, I'm having all these same problems. I thought I was the only idiot trying to stream from a PlayStation 3. But they have the cool old PlayStation that has this backwards compatible with PS2 and PS1. The first generation. That is on the outside edge for a strike. 0-1. We're underway here in game number 7. Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Last game of the night. Didn't know about the PS3? Can you elaborate on that? About the inability to stream directly from it. Ouch. Maybe after I sneeze. Do I need to sneeze? I need to sneeze. Ow. To elaborate briefly on it, it has an encrypted HDMI port in the back. They really didn't want you streaming from it, even though that technology didn't exist at the time. Now they just have what they call I think it's the HDCP. That's not right. Yeah, I think it is. It's a setting you have to specifically turn off on the PS4 and the PS5 so that you aren't streaming apps or whatever. So what you have to do with the PS3 is you have to buy an HDMI splitter, and then so you have to connect an HDMI cable to a splitter, and then another HDMI cable out of the splitter into the Elgato. And the one I have can be finicky at best and just an absolute pain at worst, because it'll look like it's working on the main home screen, and then you click into the game and it just loses feed, and it's just so irritating. It's so irritating. I already have enough cords and cables. I don't need more crap. 1-2. That is rolled over foul. The difference is the Xbox kind of just doesn't care. Because I use YouTube on it to stream when we're doing conferences and whatever. And it just goes thumbs up, go for it. Have fun. Okay. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. 2-2. Runner on first here. And that is strike 3 called to Nick Johnson. Smacks his helmet with his hand. I don't know if I have that piece of technology immediately available. That's crazy. It is crazy. It's really annoying. The weird thing is that streams and content creation are free advertising for your game. But it's a very weird kind of just handshake deal. Oh and 1. That is a big swing and a miss. So I do not use the PS3 very frequently. It probably would be, well, let's think about it. Wind in the pitch, and that'll be blocked at the plate. Keeps it in front of him. Yeah, but it'd either be this. It's got to be. The PS3 has to be the least used console that I stream from. Then it'd probably be the Switch. Then it's probably just a big, that's lifted into left field. I'd be worried about input lag. I genuinely didn't even think about it. I don't remember the last PlayStation 3 game I recorded from. And you know what it would have been? It would have been an MLB The Show game. It would have been a spring training MLB 13, I think would have been the last time I used a PS3. It is in for a strike at the knees. I did do a college football series using a PS3 copy, but that was like this, where I was just commentating, so the input lag didn't matter. Have I streamed from the GameCube before? Yeah. But I don't remember what. God, what would I have... I'm going to guess that it was something random, and I probably haven't used a GameCube in years. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, I think, would be the last like legitimate GameCube. Oops. I didn't use that for that. Huh, that's the only thing I have tagged GameCube. One hit for Pittsburgh, but nothing comes of it. It'll be Shin-Soo Choo, the right fielder, leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies. Ramiro Pena at short, with Justin Morneau at first. Johnny Gomes in left. Jorge Posada at the catching position. Andres Torres in center field. Ronnie Belliard at second. Casey Kochman, the DH. Brandon Inge at third base, who we learned struck out to end the 2006 World Series. We have that in our back pocket. So I was asking, I played on streaming baseball, and any lag would kill the fun. I would do research on which splitters are best. Chris Volstad is 0-1 with a 4.50 ERA. One game he threw 2 innings, and then just straight ones. One hit, one walk, one strikeout. Let's see. Well, we can Google it here. Let's go. I just want a new tab. Does an HDMI splitter have input? Oh, that's going to get over the second baseman into right center field. It's going to go for a double. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick spins a long ways around to throw the ball in, and that is a leadoff double for Shin-Soo Choo. I think that's a one-pitch, one-swing double. Philadelphia have input lag for PS3. Decently built splitter shouldn't have any lag, but a cheap one might. That's from 7 years ago. As that's rolled over, runner advances to third as the throw to first is in time for the out. Remember, the capture cards that big YouTubers have used for years essentially use as splitters, and nobody tends to have a problem with those. They're a pass-through, totally different. That is going to be hit, and that's going to score a run. The Phillies lead 1-0 on an RBI single. I do have issues with running past through my internal Elgato. Degrades quality noticeably. That's from a long time ago. There will be no input lag and cannot reduce the quality. Smash Bros. Melee. So, I would. You probably have to dig around a little bit and make sure that it doesn't, because I don't use it enough to have a. I don't have enough info. That's a home run. Philadelphia leads 3-0 in the bottom of the first in the Game 7 of the NLCS. Oh my goodness. You look up input lag on an HDMI splitter and all of a sudden it's a 2-run blast. 409 majestic feet. Story of the series has to be the number of runners that Pittsburgh left on base. Specifically in games where they only lost 1-0. And that was Game 2 and Game 6. No problem. Happy to help. Line in the pitch to Posada. It's a strike, but it's not. It's not a strike. 0-1. I don't think that's a strike either. Sorry for that. What? Maybe the worst 0-2 count in the game? That was disgusting. If that was strike 3, there might be a riot. Philadelphia, though, leads 3-0. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Swung on and missed. So Posada down on strikes. It'll be Andres Torres batting .333, 3 home runs, 8 RBI. That is lifted. Foul. Foul ball. That's a foul ball. Is that a home run? No, that's an out. Okay. All right. That's a weird. There's 2 weird spots in this ballpark in Philadelphia. They're both kind of like more toward like left center, right center, but they seem like they catch little wind tunnels and just keep going. That's why I thought that was a home run, because that's like almost exactly the angle that it's like that's a home run, and it just kept going. Seth Smith leads off for the Pirates here in the top of the second. They got to get something going offensively, and they have to cap it. They have to cash in if they have opportunities. The righty winds and fires for the Phillies, and that is in for a strike on that outside corner. And that is fouled away. At this rate, we will be headed to Game 7. We are in Game 7, David. Philly won 1-0. We've been really breezing through these games today, which is stunning. I thought for sure, and I probably just jinxed myself, I thought for sure today was going to be the day where I was like, we're going to try and cram as many games as possible in, and there was going to be some monstrosity at the beginning that was going to make everything miserable. Smith is sat down on strikes. That's out number 1 for Pittsburgh. We've had a lot of home teams winning, and they haven't been walk-offs, so that cuts down time some pretty good chunks of time. Okay, Soriano, you don't have a hit. It's Game 10 that you have played in this postseason. I don't care if Pittsburgh wins or loses. I just want Alfonso Soriano to get a hit in the postseason, all right? That's all we care about right now. 0-1, not a great start. You missed 2 games? Oh, that's fine. Oh, it's just foul. Oh, it's the best swing he's put on the ball this series, probably. Missed 2 games? I don't need to apologize. No big deal. Get down. It's an out. He's going to go 0 in 10 games. Alfonso Soriano, please get a hit. Miguel Olivo. 2 outs for the Pirates here in the top of the second. Philly with a big 3-run bottom of the first. That is swung on and missed. Wind and the pitch is low for a ball. One and one. Righty winds and fires that outside. Winding the pitch from the righty is swung on and missed. Strike 2. Here comes the 2-2. It is going to be lifted into center field. That will be out number 3. We will head to the home half of the second. Phillies looking for a little insurance. Pirates need to regroup and figure out something offensively. 7, 8, 9 hitters. Coming up. Ronnie Belliard batting .273. And that is swung on and missed. Strike one. Strike one. Oh, and 1. The righty is ready. And that'll be hit right to the shortstop. Nice job. Oh, but he airmailed it. Oh, my goodness, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, you're falling apart at the worst possible moment. Oh, you could see it. It was a really nice job to let the ball get to him. And then as the ball came out, it looked bad. And it was. Casey Kochman. He's batting .400. Wind and the pitch. They're going to put a runner in motion. He fouls it away, so nothing happens. 0 and 1. And that's out. Okay. All right. I don't know. Somehow that was a strike, but all right. 0 and 2. That's fouled away. And that is smashed, but foul, first base side. And that's rolled over foul. Foul ball after foul ball after foul ball. 0 and 2. That's okay. Another foul ball. I mean, how cute does this righty pitcher want to get? He's in auto swing mode. Okay, all right. Well, as I start talking about it, it's a nice pitch, 2-seam fastball, 3 inches of break at 89 miles an hour, and just kind of froze him. We do see that surprisingly frequently in this game, and feels like it's been more common lately of just an at-bat that's a ton of pitches, and it's a foul ball after foul ball after foul ball after foul ball. And then they just take in a weird spot for what seems like no reason. They just go, that one's not mine. There's a strike. 1 on. And I forget how long that score bug takes to pop back up. 1 on, 1 out in an 0-1 count. That is foul ball. Tell me if you heard that before this inning. That's foul ball. Okay. We don't have to do this every time in Philadelphia. You can put something in play if you'd like. You have 3 runs, so you've done it at some point. That's a foul ball. That's foul. Thanks, man. 0 and 2. Another foul ball. Just in these last 2 at-bats, we've seen like 10 of them. And it still is an 0-2 count. It's the same batting sequence. What? He just took a pitch for like seemingly no... Okay, that one looked a little low. Maybe a generous strike 3 call. Shin-Soo Choo, 1 for 1 with a double. He came around to score the first run of the game. As we get to the top of the lineup for the Phillies, 2 outs. Runner on first. A couple of very funky at-bats for those 2 outs. Shin-Soo Choo does this cool thing called not swinging, and it's a ball. The other two guys didn't swing, but it was like, that was when you got out. Boy, this chair really just spinning to my left, huh? Oh, 1-0 as that swung on and missed. Shin-Soo Choo having the common decency to just swing through it and not a foul ball. That ball's foul. 1-1. That is low. Two and one. Ready, winds and fires. Okay, there it is. There he is. He wanted to join the party. Foul ball. That is lifted out towards right field. But the right fielder has it. Good job by the Pirates to bounce back defensively. They do actually have an error. I forgot about that. It'll be Young, Terrio, and Markakis coming up. 8-9-1 hitters in the top of the third. Last chance for Pittsburgh. Though the defense does put a goose egg on the board and doesn't let this game turn into a blowout. They have a chance. They have to do more than they've done all game in this game and all game in the last game. The wind and the pitch to Young is low for a ball, 1-0. I can't believe the Poop Series is going to determine who goes to the World Series from the NL. But here we are in this beautiful PlayStation 2 version of MLB 11 The Show. 2-0 is the count. The wind and the pitch is low for a ball. The 3-0. Way outside. 4-pitch walk. Okay. Maybe the pressure getting to him just a little bit. Ryan Terrio, he's batting .364. You just need him to get on. Give yourself a chance to have the tying run come to the plate. That's outside. Playing any World Series games tonight? No, that'll be Saturday. Saturday all day. Okay, Terrio does what he needs to do. Young is going to hit hit second base. He's going to hit third and head for home. It's an RBI double. It's 3-1. Whole World Series this Saturday on the channel. Nick Markakis. He's the tying run. Oh my goodness. That looked like it should have been obliterated to the moon. Can't quite get there. It's just a kind of a brutal grounder, honestly. Weirdly enough, he can make that wild spin throw, but the Pittsburgh Pirate guy was like, I'm right here, and then just yeeted it into... just missed the throw. If you told me that there were two throws by shortstops, one of them was like he was looking straight on, and the other one was spinning like 360. Oh. How? And you said, hey, which one was the error? I would say probably the one where he spun a lot. Nope. Not an MLB 11. Granted, the error did not hurt anything. It is now 3-2. Pirates used 2 outs to get the 1 run. So it'll all come down to Nick Oh, no. I'm sorry. Robinson Cano. Three to 2. Philadelphia. 1 out away from the World Series. Cano takes a ball low. Pittsburgh has lost 2 games in this stadium, 1-0. And they had opportunities to tie, but they could not do it. That's in for a strike, 1-1. That is a foul ball. Pittsburgh's down to their final strike. 1-2 the count. The wind and the pitch from the righty, and Cano takes the ball. He'll stay alive, 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. It is hit. It's out to right field. Does it have enough? We have a tie game. We have a tie game from Robinson Cano. It's 3-3. Oh my goodness. Down to their final strike. Batista is up next. He'll take a pitch outside for a ball. That's the weird spot in the field. It just kept going. 1-0. Unreal. That one is sliced, and it will go foul. Unbelievable. Like, wow. And that's a pitch inside. Two and 1. And 3-1. Uh-oh. The Phillies. Here comes the 3-1. Batters love swinging at it. He held back, and he'll take a walk. Okay. Seth Smith is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Oh my gosh. If Alfonso Soriano comes up and he gets the hit that sends them to the World Series. That's outside for a ball. The Pirates were 1 click from booking the offseason plans. Yeah, they were. They were hovering over the submit button. 1-0. It is upstairs for a ball. Holiday started the deciding Game 5 of 2011. That's inside. The 2011 NLDS against the Cards in the same park, and they lost. Uh-oh. 3-0. It's got to be hands-off controller. What is happening? The go-ahead run is now in scoring position. They will go to the bullpen. Smart move on their part. Jeremy Affeldt. 2 games, a 1-0 record. No ERA, no saves. Oh my God. Alfonso Soriano is the next batter. Let's go! He can do it. He's facing the lefty. And he'll take a strike on the outside. One walk, one strikeout in 3 innings for Phelps. No ERA, though. Alfonso Soriano does not have a hit this postseason. The wind of the pitch from the lefty, fouled away 0-2. Batista is the go-ahead run. The wind and the pitch, that's... Gets away from the catcher, but stays in front of him. He's shaking his head. He had nowhere to go. You cannot be out number 3 in this situation. 1-2. The wind and the pitch. Oh, he struck out. Come on, Soriano. Oh, that would have been incredible. Pena, Morneau, and Gomes coming up for Philly, looking to walk it off in Game 7 of this NLDS. Or CS, excuse me. I can't. He swung at that pitch, and it was so bad. If he pokes that into like right or left field, and they send Batista, and it's a 4-3 game, I scooted back in my chair, and I pushed my desk in so that I could celebrate. Okay. Batista, again, just kind of standing there and watches it go by. Go ahead, run. Winning run. On first base, just like that. Justin Morneau, 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. That is in for a strike. I don't know about that one, but it's 0-1. And that's foul away, 0-2. That ball's foul. Whew, that's a bolder take than you might think with how weird that outside corner to a left-handed hitter is. The righty winds and fires, and he's going to lift this. It is out to left field. The catch is made by Soriano. He's been great defensively. You just need one hit out of him offensively. If you're Philadelphia, do you put the runner in motion at all? Probably not. 3-3 here in the bottom of the third. The righty winds and fires. That is a low for a ball. One and out. Oh boy. He's going to want that pitch back, I think. That looked good. But it's a take. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is outside for a ball. 2-1 now. Watch this game go 20 scoreless innings from here. Oh, walk off. Walk off. No, how could you say that? That's a strike on the outside. I am kind of, I have that, I have that feeling myself. 2-2. One out with a runner on first. That is way outside. He's really going to that curveball on the outside. Three and two. Full count. Here comes the payoff pitch. It is fouled away. We'll check on the runner at first. He's safe, as they always are. I mean, of course, now would be when we break our record. Swung on and missed. Oh my goodness. Guess he set him up pretty nicely. It's a four-seam and 90 very late on the swing timing. He went just curveball after curveball after curveball. And then ratcheted it up. And bing, bang, boom. He's out. Jorge Posada. With 2 outs. Facing the righty. That pitch is outside for a ball. That's fouled away. Foul ball. And that's low. Posada. That's to first, and there is the out. Okay. We're going to extras. I guess you could put, if you want, you could put your prediction. How far do we go? Olivo, Young, and Terrio coming up. I think my guess would be, I think we'll probably end up going to like the 6th. What did we go to? I think it was in the 5th, maybe, that Mariners-Yankees game. All of a sudden, they just ripped off like a bunch of runs. Phillies are dealing with, or the Pirates, excuse me, are dealing with a new Phillies pitcher, so that could prove to be an issue. The wind and the pitch from the lefty is going to be rolled over. There is... Phil walks it off in the 6th. Okay. All right. Oh, he gave me a team, too. I can believe in that. Chris B. Young, Chris B. Quick. Chris B. hitting his foul. 0-1. I'm committed to the 6th. Do I believe that the Pirates score like 2? You know what I mean? You know, I'll take Pirates by 2. They'll score 2 in the top of the 6th. Swung on and missed. Okay, maybe... Now, we'll see how long this reliever lasts. Ryan Terrio, 1 for 1 with a double and an RBI. It seems like they needed to... I'm the only one to vote for Pitt. Not before Alfonso Soriano gets up and doesn't get a hit again to go over the postseason. Oh, man. Why? Why did you have to do that? I wanted him to get a hit so bad. He's got to be the only player that doesn't have a... That we see regularly that does not have a hit. There's probably somebody who is like a platoon at bat. That's all right. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. There's out number 3. Philly with a chance to walk it off. It'll be Torres, Belliard, and Kochman coming up. Andres Torres, 0 for 1. Man, Soriano, though. Soriano was so close. He could have had the best story. We've seen him in every game, and he's just over. That's okay. What is happening? This might be the worst part of it, is the fact that Fine Alfonso gets on but doesn't score. I mean, that's fine. That is sliced foul. Does he not have a hit? There are a couple of guys that have real bad averages, sure, but not to even get a hit. That's rolled to second base. Fired over to first in time for the outs. Cano with a nice defensive play. Ronnie Belliard. Ronnie Belliard never crashed out once. Thought about swinging at that one. They'll call it a strike on the outside edge either way. Completely calm individual all the time. What's that like? What magical feeling must that be that you just, a thing happens and you don't just lose your mind? That must be nice. People not giving you weird looks. I think he has 0 for what, 20? Oh, probably. He's getting... He'd probably average 2 at-bats a game. Just average 2 at-bats a game. So, yeah, 0 for 20 sounds about right. They're going to call him out on strikes on the check swing. And the Pirates will go to the lefty, Joe Beimel. 2 games, an 0-1 record, 1 save. An ERA of 6 in 3 innings, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And he will come in. In relief. Let's look at it, DH Casey Kochman. Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Ronnie Belliard crashed out all the time. I was being sarcastic. Sarcasm is hard to convey in just text. That's true. Plus, you're such a wealth of knowledge. I just implicitly believe you. Foul ball. See, now Ronnie Belliard's a guy that I can understand. I get him, you know. See, MLB stars, they're just like us. They freak out over dumb shit, too. Swung on and missed. As we are here in the bottom of the 4th, Game 7 of the NLCS. Looking for a winner between these two teams that, when they have no score, spell the word poop. That is low for a ball. Didn't people like bully NBC Sports into fixing their score bug? Because the score bug took away the poop games. 2-2. And that's strike 3. Okay, cool. Great. You just looked at that one, huh? Markakis, Johnson, and Cano. Here's a great opportunity for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Markakis is 1 for 2 with a single, averaging in .368 this postseason. So I bang my... Regardless, we need to see the Alfonso stats after the game. I will try. That is a nice play by the second baseman to first in time. Top 5 now. Nick Johnson 0 for 2 with an RBI and a strikeout. Yeah, now it's Oppo instead. That pitch misses low. Lefty to lefty here. This was a good pitching switch for the Phillies. Especially getting to this top of the lineup. He's already worked the out for Markakis. Then you have Johnson. You get the one righty before Cano. Or no. They fix it. Whatever. Cano was coming up in this inning. I don't know why I said it. Who's in this video game? That is sliced. Oh, he dove for it, but he missed it. It's going to get all the way to the wall. How aggressive are they on the base pass? He's hitting second, heading for third. The throw in is cut off. The cutoff threw everything off again. This game has no fluidity. It has no rhythm. And it's Robinson Cano. So it is just straight lefties at the top. Because Markakis is a lefty. Johnson's a lefty. They usually have a righty in there somewhere, I thought. So it's a strike. Philly doesn't score. We might see Alonso in the 6th. Bless up to the heavens. We will see Alfonso Soriano pick up a hit. Well, if Philadelphia... So here's the thing. If Did he go? No. If Pittsburgh wins the game, Alfonso Soriano has at least 4 more games to get a hit. He's going to go 0 for like 30 this postseason. The wind and the pitch. What's going on with the umpire, by the way? Why is he off center? Sir, you need to turn like 45 degrees. What's happening? This game is falling apart. That's outside for a ball. What is happening? If Pitt scores, he might bat this inning. All right, I can get behind that. So what happened? Okay, so he's up, fine. That's in for a strike. They go to say that he didn't swing, and then there's a weird hitch in the throwback, and all of a sudden the umpires turned 45 degrees. All right, I got to lock in here. Robinson Cano, full count, lefty. They were going to send him home. Oh, he threw it away! Oh my gosh! He threw it over! Oh, shades of actual real life in Los Angeles. I'm sorry, Phillies fans. Oh my goodness. This is the dumbest game in the world. He had so much time. Come on, give me Soriano. Swung on and missed. I did really want him to hit the go-ahead run. In. Oh my goodness. This is the best video game ever made. Here's the wind and the pitch. That is crushed foul. Don't go back to any of those 8 monstrosities where I want to throw my PlayStation out of a window. That's outside. Good take. Here comes the 1-2. Low for a ball. 2-2. Someone yelling for a double play from the crowd. They're yelling it like it's a brand new idea or concept. Hey, if you throw a double play. Everyone on the Philadelphia defense goes, oh, a double play? Which PS2 model do you have? I have the thick PS2. Which it has lasted longer than the... I used to have a small, the like ultra slim, one of the latest model PS2s, and that one's disk drive burned out, but this one's still going strong. That's a hit into left. So 2 on now. Seth Smith, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. One gone. Lefty again. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is going to be hit into right field. They are not going to send him home, mainly because there's a lack of speed, but also because he got hung up between second and third if there was going to be a catch. Just open my... Oh, nice. Probably something I should do. Alfonso Soriano's up, everybody. Here he goes. Here's his first hit. Okay, not on that pitch. That's all right. Find your pitch, Soriano. Alfonso Soriano, 0-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates, for I think the 5th time, have the bases loaded. This has been where they are at their worst. They have left so many runners on. Alfonso Soriano is either about to get his first hit and score 2 runs, or it's going to be a ground ball double play. Somehow it's a broken bat out to the pitcher. My head hurts. Oh my goodness. Alfonso Soriano, please. Remember when Brian Howard got hurt after making the last out in the NLCS? Oh, God. 2011 playoffs. Against St. Louis. Oh. That sucks. Here's the wide to the pitch. Olivo's up now. Oh, man. MLB The Show 08. Cover athlete Ryan Howard. Injury 2011 is the second result. Foul. Oh, no. Oh, here we go. We got a YouTube clip. We can watch that. That is inside. Oh. Oh, no. Everybody's cheering. This poor man's down on the field. That is going to be a pass to diving third baseman. One run will score. A second one will come in behind it. 1-0 St. Louis. He just didn't even have a chance out of the batter's box. That's brutal. Oh, for his last 21. Hopefully they get the win so he can get at least 8 more tries to get a hit. Alfonso Soriano walks off the World Series and wins it for the Pirates. He will not get a hit before that. Alfonso Soriano will have 1 hit. It'll be a walk-off to win the World Series. By the way, it's 6-3 all of a sudden. Because that's what this game does sometimes. Granted, they scored 3 at the top of the third and 3 in the top of the fifth. So I was a little off on my guess. But it is weird when they just kind of pile on runs. And the catch is made out in left field. So, Philadelphia has their work cut out for them. They're down 3. Inge, Chu, and Pena coming up for the Phillies. I almost said Eagles. Coming up for the Eagles. Donovan McNabb, who might have played for Washington at this point. All right, so what can the lefty do here? Shake off his catcher. By the way, the umpire fixed himself, so that's good news for all of us. Low for a ball. I know everyone was very concerned with it. There's a lot of storylines going on here in Game 7. Alfonso Soriano's 0 for, 36 at this point. The umpire was 45 degrees turned the wrong way for strike 1. Pittsburgh has scored 6 unanswered runs. And that's a nice pitch. Gets that right on that outside corner. It's in for a strike. That's outside for a ball. Two and two. The lefty. Oh, he's going to leave that one out. It's going to go into the gap. It's going to hit the State Farm sign. Hopefully they have insurance on it. Ba-da-cha. And that will be a double. How many games were played this season? 82 per team. Shin Soo Chu. He'll step up to face the lefty. That is low for a ball. In for a strike. Lefty's got to dial it in here. They gave him a 3-run lead. Here's the wind and the pitch, and it is hit. The center fielder, he goes with it. Words. Crispy Young, Crispy Quick tries to go for the dive, and he misses it. It's off of his arm. The effort at least prevents the run, but Romero Pena. Hey, maybe if you work a walk, do we get a walk-off grand slam? I guess a walk-off grand slam could happen anytime as long as they're losing and the bases are loaded. That pitch is outside. The Pirates do not need to worry about the run scoring at home. They can go to second and go to first and get the double play. Here's the pitch from the lefty. That's lifted. It's going to be out to left field. Alfonso Soriano makes the catch. Okay, double play still in order. The run scores. Safe at home. Oh, man. Tying run still coming to the plate. Down just 2. Justin Morneau 1 for 2 with a single, an RBI, and a run. Foul ball. Ouch. Punched it on accident. It's always a fun thing to say. That's going to be rolled to second for 1. Oh, to first for 2. That's your ball game. The Pittsburgh Pirates are going to the World Series. They won by 2. I was almost right. They won by 2, but it was the top of the 5th, not the top of the 6th, where they scored their runs. Philadelphia had this game in the bag. Somebody put in the chat, it was like they were 1 click away from booking their off-season plans. So it'll be Pirates-Yankees for the World Series. Robinson Cano 1 for 3 with a home run. Joe Beimel gets the win. Jeremy Affeldt gets the loss. Each now 1-1 this postseason. Cano with his second home run. Gomes with his first. Wow. And that is how it ends for the Phillies. Real funky series. The Pirates were super inconsistent. They finally came away with runs in a bases loaded situation, which took literally 7 games. Actually past that. Now you're going to have to be better with that in the series against the Yankees, which will be Saturday. Okay, let's go. Statistics. Position players? No. We want playoff bracket, team rankings, league leaders. There we go. Okay, here. So batting average, I'm going to guess he's at the bottom. He is also in the National League. Hold on. We're going to the bottom. So Burrell 0 for 4. Flores 0 for 4. Danny Espinosa 0 for 4. Jason Bay 0 for 9. Alfonso Soriano only 0 for 13. He somehow has an RBI and a stolen base. Yeah. Pena's the next closest, 2 for 15. Okay, so it wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be worse. All right, let's go ahead and save this. We'll head to save slot number 8. And that will do it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you'd like more, and ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. We'll be doing the World Series Saturday. We'll do the whole thing all in one shot. And then Friday's the big stream for MLB The Show 26. We'll be live early. We'll be going late. We'll eat some pizza. It'll be a good time. We'll play a bunch of games, tinkering around with a bunch of the modes in that. I'm very excited about it. So excited that I have not bothered to download the game yet, so that's fun. Save is complete, and so is this stream. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you Friday for the stream. There might be a bonus video tomorrow, maybe a bonus stream, so keep an eye out for that. But if not, we'll see you Friday. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night.